sports, spirits, smokes, and shit talk. Klubhouse Sportscast. It's time, ladies and gents. We have reached the first UFC fight week of 2026. That is right. I can only speak for myself, but boy has it felt like a longer time than it has since Kape TKO'd Royval back on December 13th. Nonetheless, January 24th during UFC 324, the interim lightweight belt will be handed to either veteran UFC dog Justin Gaethje or the self-proclaimed surging badass fighter Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Paddy, a Liverpool lad who's 31 years old and the current holder of the number 5 ranking in the UFC, Justin Gaethje is currently ranked 4th. Justin grew up in Arizona but fights out of Denver, Colorado with the help of coach/trainer Trevor Whitman. The current situation within the lightweight division is that current quote-unquote champion Ilia Topuria recently has had to vacate his championship belt while he has decided to step away from defending it briefly to take care of some personal issues on his own end. Topuria's last 2 fights were walk-off knockouts against Max Holloway and most recently Charles Oliveira. Max currently has the number 3 ranking while Charles sits at number 2. That catches us up to today and back to this weekend's fight. Assumingly, the winner of the interim belt will be next in line to fight Ilia Topuria, given whenever he is able to return from his current situation. Until then, the lightweight division will be at a bit of a standstill, so it will be interesting to see what all goes down. As always, make sure to check back with me here at the Clubhouse for updates. The co-main event, taking place right before the Pimblett-Gaethje bout, will be a bantamweight division fight between the 3rd-ranked bantamweight Sean O'Malley and the number 5-ranked Song Yadong. Another big bantamweight fight also going down during UFC 324 will be between the number 2-ranked Umar Nurmagomedov and Davison Figueiredo. He is number 6-ranked. Overall, there should be plenty of solid fights to keep us entertained during our livestream UFC 324 watch-along. Make sure to turn on all of our post notifications to be the first to converse about some sports with me in the Clubhouse. Quickly, before we wrap things up today, let me reach into our NFL recap suitcase real quick. Since the day after UFC 324, which will be Sunday, January 25th, the NFL Conference Championships are going downtown, baby. The last time we chatted, the divisional rounds were getting ready to pop off. The Bills traveled into the Mile High, and after a drama-filled game that could really take up its own whole episode, the Broncos were able to pull it off in overtime, winning 33-30. Broncos country, however, were able to fully celebrate about only a solid 20 minutes after the game before receiving news that Broncos gunslinger quarterback Bo Nix sustained a fractured right ankle during the Broncos' game-winning final drive in overtime, ultimately ending his season. Moving forward, the Denver Broncos will face off against the New England Patriots, who cruised to a 28-16 win over the Texans. Broncos vs. Pats will take place 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, January 25th. The second and final matchup concluding the NFC Conference Championship will be at 6:30 p.m. Eastern following the Broncos Patriots, and that will be between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. The more competitive game leading to that matchup took us to Soldier Field in Chicago, another overtime thriller where Caleb Williams and the Bears worked their fourth quarter magic on a final desperation play to tie the game. Once in overtime, the game went back and forth for multiple drives before Williams ultimately threw an interception, allowing the Rams to score a game-winning field goal. As mentioned, they will take on the Seahawks, who absolutely torched the San Francisco 49ers in their divisional game. Make sure to check back in for results, recap, and further discussion. And once again, tune into our live stream during the UFC 324 on Saturday, January 24th. I cannot wait to watch some banger fights and hopefully catch some knockouts with y'all.
The Klubhouse Sportscast is an independent, unofficial commentary and analysis program, meaning we are not affiliated with the UFC, NBA, NFL, or any other sports entity or broadcast network.